What's happening, everybody? Good motherfucking morning on Memorial Day. I mean, what the fuck? If you guys are where I'm from, it's a rainy motherfucking Memorial weekend. The whole weekend, I'm freezing. I'm sitting in here. I was looking for a hat. Put all my hats in the winter box, right? Because we ain't got a big enough, we ain't balling. So we ain't got a huge closet where I can put all my shit in there. So I'm doing the old school way, right? Old school way. Get them big totes and put all your winter shit in that motherfucker. And I'm looking around for hats and I ain't got nothing. So I'm wearing a sleeve on my motherfucking head. That's also because my hair is all the way fucked up and I didn't feel like throwing no water on my head in this cold ass apartment. So, and I ain't about to turn on no motherfucking heat. Fuck I look like. I'm a man. I ain't about to turn on no heat. I'm too damn strong. I can't even feel my fingers and toes. My shit's a purple. But I feel good. It's nice. I was hoping for the rain. I love the motherfucking rain, man. I know I just kind of sounded like I don't, but I do. I really do. It's, for me, for some reason, when there's mad sunny days in a row, I'm like, all right, this is enough. Maybe it's just the underworld guy that's creeping out. But I could totally live somewhere where it rains like, half the week or something. Hell yeah. Like, Florida's cool. I don't love Florida. Florida's nice. Like, it's a nice place. Everyone from here goes there. It's the only place anybody wants to go to from New England. And it rains there every day. I could totally get behind that. The weather is good. It's nice. It's sunny. It's like the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? You get sunny days and you get, in the middle of the day, it rains. And then some days you get torrential fucking downpours, those down south storms. Weather down there, bro, holy fuck. Weather is a motherfucker. It'll just run up on you, mug you. You know what I'm saying? Run up on you, beat your ass. Pop, 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 pop. That's rain on your motherfucking head, beating the shit out you. Like nickels, like somebody's dropping nickels from the top of the building you're next to. You know what I'm saying? That's what that rain is out there. I remember when I drove back from Florida with Evan, and we were on the highway, and the car that we picked up from Florida had real big rims on them and thin tires, and we were on the highway. You couldn't see a motherfucking thing. You could barely see the cars in front of you. And people were riding their brakes like a motherfucker. We just felt the car all over. It's brutal. It's brutal. It's brutal. That's why people in Florida are such psychos. Florida man. I was supposed to be going to Florida, oddly enough, for a traveling podcast, it's still maybe not the travel to Florida, but it's still something I want to do. Do a podcast on the road, you know what I'm saying? Get an Airbnb. That'd be dope. That's an idea that's been turning. An idea that's been absolutely working its way into my brain. But the reason why I am here today, other than to do the podcast that I do every fucking week, is because last week on Monday I revealed that I would be talking about and checking in with you guys with my 2021 goals. And I'll tell you right now, guys, I'm going to be as honest and as open and as vulnerable as I'm supposed to be, as I've always preached about. It's half the year. We're halfway through. I said I'd do it every quarter, so we're halfway through. We've made some moves on some things, and other things we're just, maybe I'm not working hard enough, right? Maybe I'm not working hard enough. Maybe I'm at a loss at what to do with certain things. Maybe I just came upon some ideas to start putting into action. But that's what we're doing this for. This is the review. This is the half-year 2021 goals for me, and I hope you guys do something similar. If you guys did go ahead and set up some fucking goals, I hope you guys did something similar, or are doing something similar. So, without further ado, I have my list here. My list right here. My big, there's wires all over the fucking place, but I'll show it to you. 2021 goals up at the top. We got 14 of them. 14. What kind of an asshole makes 14 goals for himself? You know what I'm saying? Me, motherfuckers, I shoot for the moon, aim for the stars, pop smoke. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. But that's what we're here for, and I'm not gonna hold this the whole time. So I will. Let's see if I can prop it right here. Oh, look at that. That's damn near perfect. Let's get to here. Aha! Look at this. 2021 goals for me. So number one was break even on obsessive aggression. And what that would mean is to sell 60 pairs. And underneath, I wrote create marketing plan by end of January, release promos quarterly, make list of gyms to visit also by end of January, and conventions. Now, you can tell that I clearly haven't updated this physical list. I haven't gone and said that I did these things and whatever, because these things, the things that say January, it's like, brother, we're in fucking June. You know what I'm saying? But that's how the fuck I kept it. But I've been, over time reevaluating things and adding to things and that type of thing. But enough bullshit, and I have not sold anywhere near 60 pairs. I'm nowhere close to breaking even. Nowhere close. And if I'm being honest, it's at the top. And I kind of put this in kind of in order. Not, I think the first two are like in order. And I wanted to make sure that they were up at the top because they're most important. Yeah, I haven't done a motherfucking thing. I've sold, 3 pairs? 3 pairs, 4, no, I've sold like 5 pairs. All right, I've sold a sixth of what I need. No, not even close. I've sold a 12th. I apologize. I've sold a 12th. So a 12th is pretty motherfucking good. You understand me? A 12th, what's the last time you got a 12th of something done? I don't think anybody has. I don't think anybody has ever gone ahead and just said, I'm going to eat a 12th of this sandwich. Because it's so taboo, right? It's so different. Who does a 12th? No, I'm over here rambling on. But, no, I mean, hey, this is something that I don't, this is a big goal, I think, in my mind. I just started the brand. I've only had it for 6 months. It's only been I'm almost at a year with the podcast, which is crazy to even think about. I got a few more months before the year's anniversary, but the gloves are brand new to me. And like I talk about all the time, guys, this is it's easy. Recording, doing this is easy. Putting the shit together is easy. And it's work. It's work, but it's not work that I don't have an idea on how to do, if that makes sense. Whereas owning a business, like a conventional business like this, it's like, what, have I done enough? Am I supposed to do more? What am I slacking here? Do I need to fill up my calendar? Like, when do I ease up? When do I go forward? And the consensus answer is keep going, like just, full bore. But then it's like, what do you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Work on marketing, work on this. I only have so much money at my disposal. I can't just go out and pay motherfuckers the whole time. But as far as marketing plan, yes, I've worked on that. We got something in the works that's going to be going on at the gym I train at. I'm going to be doing a seminar. I'm going to tell you guys about it in the coming weeks. It'll probably be announced for sometime in July. But the seminar is going to be about obsessive aggression. It's going to be, and that, you know what? I'm going to shut the fuck up because I don't want to keep talking about it. So that's going to be part of the marketing plan. And that I got that from a mentor of mine who's actually going to be on the podcast soon. And so that'll be a fun thing. That's one of the ideas. I have not released a promo video every quarter. Hell no. I have not done that. It fell to the wayside. That idea fell to the wayside. However, there is going to be some new pictures coming out. There might be a new video. It's not going to be like the last one, but it will be, a little something. And the gyms, I've decided to email them because the idea that I had, so I'll tell you. My idea was to go to these gyms and talk to them about the gloves. And what was I going to talk to them about? I have no fucking idea. I have no idea, right? It wasn't until I decided this seminar or me and this gentleman had the conversation about having a seminar that I was like, okay, now I have something that I can kind of present to gyms. But before I came up with that idea, I went and emailed like 30 gyms in the region, in the New England region. And I got nothing back, just like I anticipated. I got absolutely nothing back because I didn't have much to say. What was I going to say? If you want to learn more about the gloves, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have nothing to bring to the table. So I was at a loss, which ebbs and flows. You know what I'm saying? One week you're like, what the fuck? I don't know. What am I supposed to do? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. That's why this is such a risk. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You ever just think, like, what? I'm over here serving tables, talking into a microphone, trying to sell gloves. Like, what? I don't know what I'm doing. All I know how to do some of these things, but what the fuck am I doing? Sometimes you just don't know where you're going to go. You don't know if you're doing enough. You don't know how hard you have to work, what it takes to actually get some of these things out of you because you've never done it before. So, again, I'd like to think that this is a part of the growing pains, part of the learning process of running a business, running a merchandise business. It's just about learning. It's just about, so how about this? We'll do some live revisions here on the podcast. For number one of my weaknesses is I haven't taken a lot of time to go ahead and become more knowledgeable on the idea of marketing, on the idea of building a brand, or low cost ways to get the word out there about obsessive aggression. My vehicle is really this podcast. If there's anything going on in my life, I'm going to come on here and talk about it. So obsessive aggression is something that's going on in my life. So the only time I have, this is my vehicle to get it out to people. And this isn't necessarily the best way to do it because it's a long form type thing. People come on here not to listen to me talk about my business. They come on here to listen to me talk about, something that has to be entertaining. If I'm talking about it, then obviously it's an organic thing. But I'm not on here to go ahead and just, plug my shit all the time. I'm on here to talk to you guys. This is what my podcast is for. I'm here to create on the spot. I'm here to talk. I'm here to get better as a linguist, right? A linguist. I want to be able to say words. I want to be impeccable with my goddamn word. You know what I'm saying? I want to be... the other day, right, I was watching my Emmett Goods podcast because while I was editing it. And I kept doing this shit with my shorts the whole time. Just... No, touching, moving. Like, motherfucker, sit there. Just sit there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And I already went to go do it again. You feel me? Like, maybe that's just me. I'm a little twitchy bastard. Sometimes I feel myself at tables, right? I see servers do it all the time. So when you're working in a restaurant, you can see so much shit. Like, I'm a person who loves to people watch. I love watching a group of people when they don't see me, right? I love stalking people. That's essentially what that sounded like. I love to look at people when they don't notice me looking at them. It's fucking weird. But there's so many things, right? And you can kind of see, servers' mannerisms. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yeah. And they shake their fucking... Like, there's a kid that, when he talks at tables, he bounces, well, today, guys, I'd like to... like that. But me, when I'm at a table... I look like Ray fucking Charles. You ever see Ray Charles when he's on the thing? And then he finishes and he's rubbing himself because he wants to do heroin? That's like me. That's like when he hugs himself and does that shit. That's me at tables. I'm over there. All right, guys, so tonight we're going to be doing a veal chop, and I'm rubbing my arms, and it's weird. It's very weird. I forgot why I went off on this tangent. But this to me, this is just me on here doing my motherfucking thing. So to call myself out, I haven't put in enough time on gaining more of a repertoire on marketing and gaining more knowledge on building a business, e-commerce, these types of things that I really in the beginning set out to do. So that's the first thing that we got to recognize. Go the fuck ahead, and in fact, we're gonna write it. It's gonna be in pen. But we're going to write it in there. Hold on. What did we just say? We're going to do revisions. And we'll put one of these guys next to it. And first one here, gain Knowledge. Marketing. Brand building. What was the other word I fucking said? I have no idea. But we'll start with that, right? Gain knowledge. Marketing, brand building. Perfect. Number one, boom. So we haven't hit number one yet. We have not hit number one yet. We're halfway through the year and we have not hit number one. Damn, my microphone moved. We have not hit number one yet and I did not expect to. Number two, make first amount of money on podcast / bigger reach, which I meant gain a bigger reach. And under that, I wrote more active on social media, interact with the audience, use each platform differently. And next to that, I put big one because it is a big one. Keep creating, ideas for shows, merch, music, etc. Schedule time for scheduling and ideas for show. And then conventions. All right, so I have not made any money off the podcast. None. Zero. Nothing. I've made no money. I had the Life Boost coffee thing. I didn't make any money. Literally, I didn't make any money. If I'm being honest with you guys, I went ahead and did that Life Boost coffee to kind of test the waters, right? That was an affiliate marketing program. I called it a sponsorship. I'm a smart motherfucker, guys. I'm smart. I am smart, okay? You're not going to dupe me. You follow me? I'm like John Danaher, right? I'm going to come at you like, you need to work on your spinning back kick. And then, you have a spinning back kick. Oh, interesting. Just like he did to Joe Rogan. If you guys don't know that story, that's what the fuck happened. He asked Joe Rogan if he knew anybody who could help GSP with his turning back kick, knowing that Joe Rogan has a vicious turning back kick. So, I'm basically the same thing because I went ahead and did the affiliate marketing thing just to kind of test the waters to see what kind of reach I had. Would anybody actually fucking buy something off me? I don't get hundreds of thousands of downloads, but would anybody who's actually listening hear about this coffee and say, maybe I'll buy it? And the answer was no. And you know why? Because I have no reach. That's it. The reach is still small. It's grown. It's grown from when I've made this list. 100%. It's grown. I'm at, 31 subscribers on YouTube. I got 30 followers on Spotify. I've been getting a bunch more followers on Instagram. My Twitter is growing. So there's growth, 100%. The reach has gotten bigger, but not enough for me to make any money yet. The idea of merch is still kind of looming, right? I don't want to go crazy, but I have some ideas regarding merch and regarding marketing that are going to come soon. And I keep saying soon about this specific topic because I've mentioned it on here a couple of different times. But we're going to do something, and I just got to get all my ducks in a row and figure out what exactly I'm going to offer to you guys. So it's probably going to be a one-time thing, but we're going to figure something out. We're going to do something cool. So as far as money goes, no, I've done absolutely nothing. But these other things, these sub-goals, I'd like to think I've made some decent progress. I'm more active on social media. I'll post a few times a week. It's a conscious thing in my mind. However, I'm not going to post just to post. Like, I have to have something, something funny had to come up in my head. I'll tweet that or I'll make a video. You know what I'm saying? Something has to come up for me to go ahead and just go on there. But I did a IGTV video, right? I've only done one, but I've done it, right? I went ahead and did a little skit, my first skit by myself on Instagram. I've been experimenting with Canva and how to make different thumbnails. You guys probably see it. Sometimes they're weird. Sometimes they don't fit right. Sometimes the font is different. But I'm just testing things out. Right now, what I got, I think I like. I might run with that a little bit. I was doing the yellow letters before. It just kind of seemed out of place after looking at it. But I'm trying that now. I'm doing different things with the Instagram posts. Right now, I'm looking at my Instagram and I'm like, okay, I got to switch things up because when you look at my page, a lot of it's the same. And in my mind, that's could be a problem. A lot of it's the same. Someone goes to my page and they're like, all right, this guy posts the same shit all the time. Why should I follow him? You should follow me because I do a lovely podcast. But what I said on here, use each platform differently. People don't go on my Instagram just to know about my podcast. Yes, they do. that's if they listen to the show, that's where you want to be because I put most of my stuff on there. But there's also other things that you got to put on your Instagram that I'm learning. Other things you got to put on your Twitter, not just your show. People follow you for other reasons than your work, right? I'm learning that. So using each platform differently, I feel like I've gotten used to that. And by no means do I feel like I've learned everything there is to learn. Not on any of these. Like, not even close. Not even close. I'm a white belt for life. I'm a white belt for life. I'm always going to learn. Like, as best as I can. If I find myself trying to be like, oh, no, I know this, then I got to snap the fuck out of it. I just have to snap out of it. That's it. So I'm getting better. I'm more active on social media. I'm getting better at using it. I actually attended a convention. It was a online convention. It was Buzzsprout was putting it on, sort of in partnership with a couple other companies, and we got to see a bunch of speakers. And it was about 6 hours, but I probably watched 3 hours or so. I think I watched the beginning and then the last 2, because the middle ones I had stuff to do throughout the day. And who's got 6 hours in front of your computer, right? Unless you're working. And I guess you can call that work. But nonetheless, I had shit to do. So I went ahead, and that was super informative. Super beneficial. I want to go... At first I was... Sorry, guys. At first I was apprehensive of the idea of a convention online. But the way they did it was great. It was great. It worked great. We got to network with some people. We got to talk to different people who are podcasters. And I'll tell you, I've always thought it was weird being a part of something. Being in a space. Oh, we're in this space, right? Like, for example, the podcast space. Like, that to me is just, it's strange. It's a strange concept to me. I don't know why. I don't like being a part of things. So as soon as I think I'm a part of a group, I'm like, I have to kind of distance myself. But that's not how you can do. You can't just live your life like that. You got to network. You got to meet people. It's part of it. You know what I'm saying? So that helped me kind of break through that. Do I consider myself a part of the podcasting community? By default, right? Bare minimum. I don't consider myself a part of any goddamn community, right? Except for the hominid, right? The human fucking Homo sapien. That's the community I feel like I'm a part of, the human, right? I don't feel like I'm attached to anything. I don't attach myself to ideas or ceremonies or any of that shit. Like, I'm a human, and I'm out here trying to figure some shit out. But I will say that convention was great, and I want to do more of them. I do. I want to do more of them, meet some more people, get my word out there. I had the opportunity to ask a question live, so they put the camera on me, and I got to speak to the speaker, and it was great. It was great. It was fucking awesome. So what else? Keep creating ideas for shows. Yep. I got room in my planner. I've been using the planner. That's something later on. But I've been using it not faithfully, not religiously, but I've been using it more. Growth. This is about growth. This isn't about reaching the top of the fucking mountain. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we want to accomplish these goals, but the growth is most important. So I've been taking time to schedule. I've been taking time to come up with different podcast ideas, not just solo ones, but ones with other guests. And yeah, so I've been taking some time out of my day to go ahead and figure some stuff out, and really plan. I've gotten some of the planning stuff not down, but in a good place. I've contacted a good amount of people. I have some reserves. That I'm just trying to get a diverse group on here. I haven't had a woman on yet. I'm going to call myself out here. I have not had a woman on yet, and it's not for any reason other than the fact that all the women I've asked to be on have not replied. Not that they haven't replied, but I had a professor from URI who's busy at the moment. She's a professor of photography, that type of thing. She's a wonderful artist, and I'd love to have her on. But I haven't, I haven't had a lady on yet, and that's something that I have to work on. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost at 100 episodes, so if anybody knows any interesting ladies that I can have on the show, then that would be phenomenal. And then the other thing on there, the one thing that I haven't figured out a sufficient way to do is interact with the audience. I know a lot of it involves going live. A lot of it involves, some of these things that I haven't done yet. And I have to jump out of my comfort zone when it comes to live. So I'm going to throw that on there. I haven't done any live things yet. I want to do the live commentary. I want to do Instagram lives. I haven't done it yet. So out of comfort zone with going live, baby. However, I do have that idea that I've been talking about, and I hope that that's going to help interact with the audience a little bit more. So next, this is going to be a little longer of an episode, guys, but this is what the fuck we're on here for. I want to be as transparent with you guys as possible, even if y'all don't want to listen to this shit. So that's the beautiful thing, right? The beautiful thing is that you can shut it the fuck off. So, so number 3, double the amount in my brokerage account. Take time to review the financial news, put money in often. Doubling my brokerage account is probably one of the hardest things on here. So I don't stray away from any challenge. But I will say that I'm not putting money in it often because this is a new apartment. I'm working on figuring out, I've only been here 2 months, so we're working on figuring out a budget, how I can get some money in there while also saving money, while also living and paying for bills. So that's the way we're moving. However, I will say that I have made the time to review some financial news. I come on here and I talk about it sometimes. I like to come on, and it's an easy thing for me to talk about. So it's almost like in my mind, a cop-out. But I think a lot of things, I don't know if, I'm sure some of you guys feel this way, and it might be along the lines of imposter syndrome or something, but a lot of the times I try things, I'm like, oh, I'm already good at that. I'm just good at doing that. So why would I do it so often? I got to get better at these other things. But in reality, you should be doubling down on some of those things. You know what I'm saying? Kind of address your weaknesses. Address your weaknesses. You're never going to eliminate them, but address your weaknesses and try what you can do. But you have to have some kind of bread and butter. And I'm realizing that more and more. I sometimes get too wrapped up in the idea that I'm doing something the same for so long, and people don't want to hear that. Or, for example, one time I was holding pads for John Larkin. And at the end of it, he's like, how come you did so much, there was so much variation? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I thought that's how you do pads. And he's like, no, I mean, that's fine. But don't you think you'd get better? Doesn't it make more sense to get better at, a couple things than to try and then to be mildly good at 1,000 things? I mean, Bruce Lee said, I don't fear the man that practice 1,000 kicks once, but I fear the man that practiced one kick 1,000 times. So I've lost that. I've lost that idea in my life. And I got to get back to it. That's it. I just got to get back to it. I got to understand that doing the same thing isn't as bad as it's made out to be in my mind. And I wonder if you guys feel the same. I do. Maybe tell me in the comments. I don't know. But, yeah, so double the amount in the brokerage account. That one is just more of a steady thing of putting money in and hoping I get gains. Not so much hoping. There is a sense of hope, but because the market is only so predictable. But, make the right moves, read the news, and maybe do more of it. Maybe read more of the news. Maybe take a little bit more time out of my day than I am at the moment. So, yeah, that's that one. Number 3. So far, I've hit none of these, right? I've hit absolutely none of these. Number 4, this one I should actually cross off because I made it so specific. 150 pounds by April. Trust process, stay disciplined. So I did not get to 185 pounds by April. I am not 185 pounds right now, and I do not know when I will get back down to 185 pounds. I'm hoping once I go see the cardiologist and I can go back to training, I'll snap back into it and do my thing. I'll tell you, the past 2 months I took off, not from training. I've been training, but I haven't been as strict with my diet. I haven't been as strict with my training. I've been training. I'm doing my weights. I'll do cardio, not as often as I should. I haven't been training martial arts as often as I should the past 2 months. So I think what happened was I got stagnant. I saw that I was, I saw that I saw a little bit of progress, right? I got down to 193 pounds. I was almost there. I'm like, we're almost there. 8 more pounds. But I didn't give up. I gave up. I stopped caring about the diet side of it. You know what I'm saying? And plus I had to stop my training with John because money situations. But those are excuses. They're excuses in the sense that they're things that prevented me from reaching the goal that I originally set out to. But they're also explanations to why I made those decisions or to why I haven't made it. So, again, they're excuses. But I have to look at them in my head as they were decisions you made. You made them. Now you have to just figure out what you can do now. So I think the biggest revision on this one is to change the date. My goal is still 185 pounds. But by April, no more. No more by April. Well, this is pen, so it'll still say it. But we'll say by end of year. So I'm going to have some time to get back up on the horse. Plus, you know what I'm saying? You lower your expectations a little bit. You feel me? You can. But I think I'll get it before the end of the year. So there's that. 185 pounds, got to get back on the motherfucking grind. I haven't gained a whole bunch of weight back. I'm like 197 or something. I was up to like 210, But, yeah, hopefully I can get back to training soon. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with my motherfucking heart. And that's that. So number 5, MMA debut. Scariest, feel throughout the process, no suppression. So there's been talks about the MMA debut. The biggest reason why this hasn't happened yet is because of the restrictions. Amateur MMA is the only way they get paid is through a crowd. There's no pay-per-view or any of that stuff. So if there's no crowd, then there's no MMA. So I'm hoping soon, soon things happen. I'd like to get that goal wrapped up before the last quarter, right? Before the last quarter of the year. It's something that I've been rethinking, but it's something that I feel I have to do. I got to go out and test myself. I'm not going to be a fighter, but I got to see what I'm made of. That's just the way it goes. I want to go out, see what I'm made of, do my thing. If I get knocked the fuck out, then I get knocked the fuck out. That might be my only fight. You know what I'm saying? It might be my only one. So MMA debut is on the shelf right now. Like I just said, I haven't been training. I think I'm going to take a better approach when I get back, whatever results I get from the doctor that's allowing me to train. So MMA debut is on the shelf for a little bit. Number 5. Number 6, read 20 books this year. 10 info, 10 fun, read every day and keep track. This one I am most embarrassed about because I still have not finished Ladies and Gentlemen, Lenny Bruce. It's the longest book I've ever read, which in and of itself is, I guess, an accomplishment. But, and I'm not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm at, I don't know, almost 500 pages. And that already is the longest I've ever read. So I bought the book and I've always wanted to fucking read it. So I figured, hey, let's start with that one. But I took a hiatus, as you can tell. I started in January. It's fucking June. So but I'm close. Now I've formed the habit of reading. I take time out of my day. I think of it, that it's time to read. And again, it's growth. It's growth. I shouldn't be embarrassed. I shouldn't be discouraged because I wasn't reading for a while. I wasn't just sitting down and reading. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that I at least am making a habit. I'm at least making a habit of it. And I don't know if 20 books are going to get done. I'm going to keep that number, though, because that number is motivational. I'm going to keep that number. 20, it could happen. I took out a book. I have 4 other books in mind that I want to read, right, already. So the one I took out last week, it's The Stranger by Albert Camus. I want to read that one. It seems very interesting. It's short, big print. So after I bang out this 700-page book, something like that will be easy peasy. So I have some things in line in terms of reading material. And who knows, maybe this next stretch I'll bang out 10 books. And then by the time I do this again, I'll only have 10 left. You know, by the time we check up again, I'll only have 10 left. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I'll stick to this 10 info, 10 fun. We'll see. I feel like I get better information and I retain it better when I'm trying to learn something. I feel like I get it more so if I'm watching videos or kind of short form content, articles, that type of stuff. So we'll see. That might also be an excuse. But next, number 7, damn, we're only halfway through. I got to start. Some of these are not as, you know what I'm saying, not as involved. Take sax lessons, be more musical. Spend time and money on lessons and practice. Include music books. So that one I have been pretty far away from. That one, number 7, about being more musical and taking sax lessons, I've been pretty far away from. I broke my guitar string, and I've been putting off getting a new one for fucking months now. It's one of those things that I have forgotten about. Now, don't get me wrong, that sax lessons are still in the back of my mind. At some point this year, it's probably going to be later on in the year. It might even be the last thing I do this year. I want to take sax lessons. I'm going to find a good teacher. Dr. Emmett Goods, who I spoke to last week, suggested some people. So I'm going to maybe, reach out to them. Include more music books. I think I put that in there to, read in terms of reading books, like add, some music books in there. That could still happen. That's still something that could happen. But in terms of taking sax lessons and that stuff and being more musical, I have put it off. I still don't have music on the podcast as my intro. However, I am working on a pretty dope outro without my music. But I'm working on an intro as well. There'll be something soon. Soon. That's my favorite word. There'll be soon. Don't worry about soon. This week, motherfucker. I'm gonna put an intro and a outro on Thursday's episode. Put it that way. Put it motherfucking that way. This week, Thursday, listen up for the intro and the outro. Might not be music. There might be music, but we'll fucking see. So number 7, shit the bed on, right? All these. I have not hit one of them yet. Not one of them yet. Here we go. Number 8, keep schedule, use planner, include bullshit time, understand importance. Number 8, first one. Yes. I have gotten used to using a planner and keeping a schedule. Super important. I used to live and die by that. I even bought my buddy Chris one. Chris Oldred, who was on here one time, he's like, dude, what do you do? How do you do it? This is when I was younger. I was much more focused, I'd like to think. But nonetheless, not to turn this into a very fleeting, upsetting moment, but he's like, how do you do that shit? And I'm like, bro, get a planner. Plan. And I lost that along the way. And now that I'm working on 2 different things, so much goes into both of them, I have to schedule. So the planner's been getting used. It's not in here. I'd show it to you guys. Oh, wait. It's I'm not going to get up. It's over there. But it's been getting used. Would I like to use it more? Of course. We all think we can do more. We all think we can do better with everything. So yes, I understand the importance. I use my planner. I have been keeping a schedule. One revision I might need to put on there is keeping a schedule with other things that don't involve work, like sleep and eating. Schedule for sleep, eating, training. Yeah, so I've been using the planner mostly for work, mostly for, all right, I want to get this person on. I got to contact this person. You know, that's kind of what I've been doing it, or I've been using it. So number 8, first one I hit, baby. Halfway through the year, we got one done. So arguably the easiest one on there, but hey, everything, you know, it might not have been the easiest. I was very unorganized before I decided to use my planner. Like I said, I lost the whole regiment of using a planner and sticking with it. But I got back into it, and I'm going to just get better at it. So number 8, boom. Number 9, hike Mountain Mansfield with Caroline. Don't be fat fucks before as well. So that one hasn't happened yet simply because we have not gone to Vermont yet. But as soon as we go to Vermont, that one be checked off. We have not gone to Vermont yet. Caroline's been working very often, very, very busy as we are. That's what we are. You know, we cherish the days where we have days off together. We hang out. We do whatever we can. We get errands done. And we also take time in those days to do things that we have to do. We understand that we're both busy. We understand that shit. So hiking Mount Mansfield is another one that's kind of on the shelf simply because we haven't gone to Vermont yet. So that one I'm looking very much forward to because I fucking love Vermont. And I want to do that, especially with her, because we got about halfway up. We felt like shit. We went back down. So we'll do it again. Number 10, another one that I've achieved, get a nice bike. So I've kind of half got this one because I ordered the bike. It's not here yet, but I'm paying for the motherfucking thing. So the bike is coming. Get a nice bike. That one is done. So far we got 2. Keep schedule and get nice bike. Number 11, save more money. 20% rule, try budgeting. So I haven't been putting 20% away, but I have been saving money, which I wasn't doing prior to making this list. Because prior to making this list, we were getting free motherfucking money. I was saving some of it, but I was also spending some of it. That truck I bought with that free money, that motherfucker's gone, and I took an $1,100 loss on that thing. You feel me? It's a sunken cost. It is what it is, accounting terms. You know what I'm saying? I know a little something, but you know, it is what the fuck it is, man. But I have been saving money. What I can save, right? The money I got from the truck, I'm going to use probably half of it to pay some of my credit card off. The other half is going to go in my savings. I put my checks, they're not a lot of money, but I put my checks from work in there. You know, $20, $30, whatever. Throw it in there. And it'll build. So 20% rule, not happening right now. Going forward, I can try, maybe change it to 15%, right? Just because money-wise and trying to put money into these things and paying for stuff. And again, I'm still learning. I put here try budgeting. I'm trying to fucking budget. So for lack of specifics here, I have technically hit this. I have saved more money. And yeah, so we could say what? We said 10 is a half. We'll say 11 is a half. So we've gotten 2, right? Nah, fuck it. I'm counting 11 as a whole. We're at 2.5. We're at 2.5, right? 2.5. And then number 12 and 13 are kind of go hand in hand, and they're big ones as well for me. So 12, I'll start with that one. Continue improving knowledge of self. Spend time alone. Face problems head on and with plan. Understand good and bad days. So spending time alone, never a problem for me. I do it often. I think my thought process on this was that Caroline and we spent a whole quarantine together, and we got very used to just being with each other all the time. And I was thinking to myself, I need to spend some time alone. which everyone needs. There's no need to feel bad about that. It shouldn't make your significant other or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You should be able to communicate with that with them. And still be, civil. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be, I want to spend time alone. Well, what the fuck? Why you want to spend time alone? You trying to fuck with these bitches? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not understanding. You know what I'm saying? So spending time alone, never a problem. Understanding good and bad days, that gets blurred. That definitely gets very blurred. So that's something that I could work on, right? I'm understanding that it takes work. It takes combatants because, for example, I'll tell you, last night I was working. I had a table. Some things went wrong. I thought it was her fault. The lady that I was speaking to, she thought it was my fault. She was wrong. We're going to be honest. We're going to be honest here. She told me one thing. I gave it to her. It came out, and she asked for a completely other thing. So, I mean, what are we going to do? It is what it is. But I started to get that feeling of, oh, you're an idiot. Why did you fuck everything up? What the hell? Now the whole night's ruined. This one person fucked your whole night. And then I started to think, bro, what the fuck's the matter with you? You know you're right? You didn't do anything wrong. This person, there was just a miscommunication here. Don't let it fuck up the whole rest of your night. And just by thinking that, I was able to, work through the rest of the night. Maybe the first 15 minutes after that, I was moping. But to mope just for 15 minutes is a fucking, that's a miracle for me. So I'll tell you, understanding good and bad days, that was a moment for me. It's crazy that it happened yesterday. That was a moment for me where I was really able to witness the power of my mind and the power of our minds. We can all do that shit. It's just harder for some of us. It's hard as fuck for me. I'll tell you right now, it's very hard for me. My girlfriend, hell no, brushes right off. She's the happiest fucking person in the world. But me, it's tougher. It's tougher. We all have our things. That's what it is. But the middle one, face problems head on and with a plan. The plan, sure, but the head on, I have trouble. We have all these distractions to just take us away from thinking, right? We can't just sit there and eat a sandwich. We got to play on our phone. We can't even take a piss. We got to play on. It's a second. It's fucking 12 seconds of you taking a leak in a bathroom. You have to. You know what I'm saying? I got to eat, right? Just eat in the middle of time. Oh, whatever, eat. You know what I'm saying? I'm bored. Let me eat. You feel me? It's just a lot of supplementing, right? A lot of negating, and it's something it's a habit I've gotten into. It's a habit we all get into. It's a habit a lot of us get into. We, instead of thinking these things that bother us, the dread, which we shouldn't have to think all the time, but we should have the power within ourselves, within our minds, to blast the fuck out of there and figure out what we can do. So that's a muscle that has to be worked. It has to be worked. So continue improving knowledge of self. I don't think that's something that's a lifelong goal. I shouldn't have even put that on there. That's something that should be just in the back of my mind all the time. That's not something I'm ever going to reach. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be, all right, I know absolutely everything about myself, no more. White belt for life, motherfuckers. White belt for life, even when it's about your motherfucking self. So that's that. 13, another one that you're never just going to reach. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh yeah, I've done it. Be a better brother, son, girlfriend, boyfriend, etc. Make an effort. It goes a long way. All aspects in life can be improved on. So that's another one I'm never just going to be like, yeah, I'm the best at all these things now. No, it never happens. However, I am learning more and more that making an effort does go a long way. A lot of the times, the people around us who, quote unquote, pester us about not being around or, all they want is for you to give them a call. Give them a call. That person you haven't spoken to in a while, give them a fucking call. Shoot them a text. Say what's up. You know what I'm saying? Surprise them. Show up to their house one day when you know that they're going to be there. You know, unless you fuck them over, right? Don't do that. Don't just show up to their crib and they pull out a motherfucker. Boom! Blast right through the door. They look through that peephole. Shit, I didn't even open that motherfucker. Fuck that guy. Blam! I wasn't expecting nobody. Anyway, this is another one that, yes, making an effort, it does go a very long way. And I'm learning that more and more. Sometimes I used to think, oh, my parents want me to be with them every goddamn day. I'm on my own now. What the hell? But all they really want is a day or two for me to come by, say hi, maybe have something to eat, talk, and then I can go on about my fucking day. You know what I'm saying? So that's obviously a big one. It should just say be a better person all around. But another one, 12 and 13 are two that aren't, they aren't going to ever go away from my mind. So, and finally, we're almost done with this fucking episode, guys. It's a long one. I don't care. Whatever. So number 14, travel. This one's on every year. So 12, 13, and 14 are some that are just, they're going to be on every year. I shouldn't even put them on there. But I got a little specific with this one. Visit 3 new places, revisit 2 old places, set a budget and plan New York City. So the reason why these things haven't happened, I went to New York City the last weekend. The reason why some of those haven't happened is because if I was on my own, yeah, I'll just go wherever the fuck I want, whenever I want. But I have Caroline, I have my girlfriend, so I want her to be a part of it when she can. And, we have different schedules. It's harder for her to get time off work than it is for me. So the only reason some of this hasn't happened is because of scheduling. We've already been to Vermont. We've already been to Montana and all these other places. So travel is just, it's one in there, man. It's just, I think we should all do it. We should all do it. We should all live in different places, and I haven't yet. So that's something that has to be done. I still got a lot of life to live, hopefully, right? Death is forever present. Don't ever forget it if you're a true samurai. But, yeah, so travel, it's always going to be there. I always want to go all different places all the fucking time. Do I think I'll go to 3 new places this year? Probably not. But I'm hoping to go back to Vermont. I don't think Montana is going to happen this year. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens toward the end of the year. But that concludes my motherfucking list. This is a long goddamn list. It's a lot of shit. It's intimidating. I don't even plan to hit all of them. I just said that 3 of them shouldn't even be on there. So, hey, maybe we just, you know what I'm saying, we X these guys out. Not that they shouldn't be there. Not that I'm not going to keep doing those things, but they're in the back of my mind. That's a life goals. You know what I'm saying? These 3 are life goals. They're not really 2021 goals. Like, what, 2022, I'm just going to stop, learning about myself. I'm just going to stop being a good person, just stop traveling. Like, no. Same thing with saving money and some of these other things, but it's more of an emphasis. You follow me? It's more of an emphasis on that stuff. These should always be in the back of my mind. And I think the thought process of putting them on there was I wanted to have an emphasis on them. And, I'd like to think that I've gotten into the habit of that. Of at least these 2, at least 12 and 13, I like to think I got into the habit of working on them. So at the end of the day, guys, this is my list. I hope you guys had something similar. And I hope you guys were able to take something from this reflection. It's important. It's important to reflect because if not, we can't revise. I made a couple revisions on here. We don't know where we're going wrong. So this one was a lot more formal than the first quarter, and the next one will be, maybe even we'll have some other stuff on there. So thank you guys so much for listening to me. I hope you guys got some of... I always want to relate to you. So maybe some of the things I felt, some of the things I talked about, or some of the things you felt while trying to accomplish some of your goals. Either way, guys, thank you all so much for listening on this extra long episode on this Monday. Have a great Memorial Day. Stay fucking safe. Get hammered. You'll probably be in your house if you're anywhere near me because it's raining all weekend. And but if not, have a great time. Get hammered. Don't drive unless you want to. I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? Who the fuck am I? I drove sober, right? I almost incriminated myself there, but I drive sober all the time. All the time. There's never a time where I don't drive sober. So that's that, guys. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. Make sure you subscribe and follow the show wherever you listen and watch. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, share it. Tell everybody you fucking know about the Smoking Simian because we're a goddamn problem and we're coming hot and heavy forever. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be here for a motherfucking long time. So if you don't like me, sorry, I'm gonna be here. And as always, www.obsessiveaggression.com. Head on over to there if you need some premium 16-ounce boxing gloves. All those links are in my description. Guys, thank you so much. I'm going to talk to you all on Thursday. Peace.